Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big... You know what? I am. I'm very, very afraid of him.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Hot Toys Batman v Superman Batman. So here we are, and there he is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here, you got Batman with some images of bats there in the Dark Knight Returns pose, which was awesome. Batman v Superman. On the side of the box, you just have in tiny type here, MMS 342, Batman 1/6 scale collectible figure, same thing. On the other side, on the top of the box, you just have the Batman v Superman logo. On the bottom, you just don't have much of anything. On the back of the box, you got some copyright stuff, the Batman v Superman logo. Warning, please don't eat anything in this box. That could be very bad for you. And when you open the box up, you get this other image here of a Batfleck, and you get the credits of all the people who are responsible for the production of this figure. And when you remove this insert right here, right there is a tray where the figure and all the accessories sit. And that's basically it for the packaging. So moving right along, here we have Batfleck. And very nice figure, very, very nicely done. So let's get in close here so we can take a look at his bat noggin. Get up here. Oh, I'm Batman. There he is. So, there we have him. Very nice head sculpt. You know, the cowl looks really good. Got some nice detailing in there. And that definitely looks like Ben Affleck's mouth and jaw. So I think they nailed it. The eyes, as usual, look very nice. If we can get the light in there, you can see. Very nice. I always love the eyes on these Hot Toys figures because they're very realistic, very lifelike. Just really, really cool. Almost eerie how lifelike they look. And coming down to the suit itself, you can see the big bat symbol right there on his chest. You got the nice suit there with this texture to it, which is really cool. Very nice. He has his bazillion ab muscles going on there. He's been working out. Look at that. He has like abs on top of abs, and yeah. He's been doing his P90X anyway. And there you have his utility belt. And the utility belt is made of a softish plastic, but very nicely painted there. It's got some scratches and scuffs in it to make it look all weathered and worn. That's very nice. Little pouches and whatnot, and they do go around most of the belt. Very nicely done. And just going down the legs, again, that's the same, just texturing to the suit. Come down here to his boots, which again have that nice kind of leathery look to them, which is nice. And down to the toes. You can see they look a little bit scuffed up there. It's very nice. You got these little bits here done in gold. And the soles of the boots. And coming up here to the gauntlets, they have the spikes there done in gold, which are a little bit on the sharp side, so do be careful with those. And down to his hands with the knuckles done in that gold, as well as the thumb. And the back here, the cape is done. Hey, focus, what are you doing? This bat cape threw off the focus. It's a cloaking mechanism, anyway. But the cape is done in a faux leather material. It looks very nice. You can actually get a very good spread out of that cape there, as you can see. And the bottom, as you can see, looks just weathered and worn and dirty, and tattered. That looks pretty cool. So there you go. So let's just get right down here. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint. You can get some side-to-side movements. You can get them to look down. You can get them to look up a good ways. And again, you have that wiggly-waggly. You do get rotation, but the cape will move with it because the cowl and the cape are attached to each other. So when you move the head, the cape will move with it. The arms are on a soft ratcheting joint. I don't know if you can hear it, you won't be able to hear it, but it's a soft ratchet. And you can get it up about that far before the suit starts to kind of pull there, so you do want to be careful, you don't want to force things backwards. You can get it about that far. Outward movement, get the arm pretty much all the way out. He does have a bicep swivel, He does have slightly over 9 degrees of bend there at the elbow, and again, it is, you can hear the ratchet a bit better here. We actually got some ratcheting joints in this, which is very, very nice. The hands are on a swivel, the usual Hot Toys connection there for the hands. He does have an ab crunch, and when he crunches, he flexes his bazillion ab muscles. You can do that. You do have a waist rotation, waist swivel, which again is a bit hindered by the suit, so you only get like about that much. Legs can go forward that much, and again they are on that soft ratchet as well. Can go back only that far. Outward movement about that far before things start to really pull. Right there, he does have a thigh swivel. He does have a double jointed knee, so you get a nice deep bend there, and again, you can hear it. That soft ratcheting in there, which is nice. And the feet are on a ball joint. You can move up a bit, move down a bit, and you get some tiltage going on there. So, there you go. He's actually pretty posable considering he has that skin-tight suit on. So, there you go. So, let's run through his accessories because he includes a lot of accessories. So, we'll just go through this. Now, the hands that he has on him right now are the closed fists. But you also get a pair of open hands right here, which again are also very nicely detailed. Same amount of detail, same amount of paintwork. So you get 2 open hands. You get 2 gun holding hands. Again with the same amount of detail and paintwork. So you get 2 gun holding hands. You get a batarang holding hand. Right there. And you get a branding iron holding hand right there. You can see those 2 fingers right there are a bit spread apart. And I'll show how that works in a bit. He does also include some weaponry. He includes the grenade launcher, which is the same grenade launcher that comes with the Armored Batman, so it's the exact same thing. But still, nice amount of detail. You can extend that section right there. There you go. He does include the grapple gun, which is also very nicely done. Nicely painted, nicely detailed. Looks really cool. So you have that. He does come with the branding iron, so you can brand his criminals. You can see the bat symbol there has a little bit of wear on the edges. It looks very nice. And a lot of nice silver paint on this as well. As you can see. Very cool. So he's got his branding iron. And what else? You do get grenades for the grenade launchers. Again, the same accessories that came with the Armored Batman. You get a closed grenade and an open grenade. And they will fit into the grenade launcher like that. You know, they don't hold in too securely. They do just kind of fall right out. But still, you can put them in there if you want. And you get some attachments for your grapple gun. Now you get the closed claws here, and you get 2 of these. And what you do with these is, well, one, you can take them and you can plug one into the barrel like that if you wish, or if you don't want to, you can always just take them and they will store on these clips right here on the sides. So you can do that as well if you wish. This one's being a little tight. Come on. There we go. You can just store those there if you want. Or you have an open claw right here, which is done in a very nice silver. It has a little bit of a black wash to it. And you can take that and you can also just attach that to the barrel if you wish. This one doesn't attach as securely. It is pretty loose. It will just kind of fall out, unfortunately. But you can plug that in there if you want to. So you have that. You also have this little kind of effects part here to simulate a claw just being launched. And you can plug that into the barrel like that and get that effect going, which is pretty cool. Or you can have this claw right here with the line fully extended. You can just plug that in like that. And there you go. And the They just fell right out. How dare you? How dare you just fall out? Oh, well, that's okay. But you have that as well for a nice effect. So, there you go. And you also get some batarangs right here, which are done in a nice silver. And again, have a nice kind of worn look to them. Very cool. And you get 4 of those. So you get 4 batarangs. There you go. You do also get this tool right here, and I'll show off what this is used for in a little bit. You do get, of course, the replacement wrist pegs. In case you happen to break the ones that are on the figure, you get replacements, which is always nice to have spares. You do get some optional eyes, and we'll show how these work in a little bit. And this is honestly very disturbing when they're just in your hands like this, but anyway. Here you have this set of eyes, which when you have them plugged into the head, it makes them look like he's looking a bit upward. And then you have these eyes, which are looking off to the side. But again, very nice. Very nice detail on that. That's crazy how realistic those eyes look. But there you have that. And it comes with some optional mouths. Now, right now, he just has the serious, just closed mouth right there. Just a fierce gaze. And you can give him one with his mouth, you know, slightly open. Right there. And you can give him angry mouth. Grrr. Grrr. So, there you have that. And again, very nicely detailed. I mean, that looks like real teeth. I mean, it's insane how good of a job they do on this stuff. So there you go. And of course, you do get the display base right here with the big Batman v Superman logo there, with a nice kind of orange and yellow trim on the inside of the symbol there. And you have the nameplate, which I always leave the plastic film on because I don't use these. But you can see right there, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, Batman. Nice shiny silver nameplates right there. And if you want to, you can raise the symbol up. And there's a little armature right here that just goes into a little slot right there. And you just tab that in, and that keeps that raised like that. So you have your display base. And you also have the arm for the display base, which is metal. And that just screws into the base. And you just screw it in, 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 screw it in. There you go. And you just have the little claw here that just nestles ever so gently underneath his bat junk right there. So you just slide that on. And then you can just take bats and just stand him on the base. That's a bit too high. There we go. And you can have him displayed like so. And that's really cool. I really like that. I really love being able to actually raise the logo. That's actually really cool. It makes for a very, very cool display. So there you go. So there you have all of the accessories that are included. You get a lot of accessories with this figure. So you're definitely getting your money's worth, in my opinion. So there you go. So now let's show off how some of this stuff works. Now I did show off the branding iron here. So what you do is you get the branding iron hand, and this is the one you can see with those 2 middle fingers a bit spread, and you just get that into his hand, and you just raise that up like that in between his fingers, and there you go. And now he can brand people. You've been branded with justice. There you go. So there you have that. And of course the weapon holding hands can hold the grapple gun very nicely, very securely, very easily. Or you can get the grenade launcher in his hand. And again, holds that very nicely. Very easy to get that in his hand. And he holds that very securely. And for some spliced in goodness, because I forgot to show this, just to show how the Batarang holding hand works, you just take the Batarang and you just wedge it in between his index finger and his thumb. And there you go. And he holds that very, very, very securely. So that's how that works. And one thing I forgot to mention about his cape. The cape does have a wire in it. It doesn't extend all the way down. The wire literally stops like it stops right here. So it's just this one section of the cape that has a wire in it. But you can take it and, you know, kind of get the cape to kind of flare out a little bit if you want. It's a thing that you can do. It doesn't do too much, but you can do something with that. So there you go. Just forgot to show that off. So we will continue right along. And let's see. So let's show off how the eyes and the mouth swap work. Now the mouth swapping is actually, you don't need a tool for the mouth swap, but you know, you can do it if you want to. But basically how this works is you want to rip off his head, just pull it off, and you get, okay, but anyway, you rip off his head here, and it comes, you know, again, the cowl and the cape are all connected. They don't separate. So how this works is, to swap the mouths, what they suggest is you just take this portion right here with the peg, and you just come back here. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see right there, that spot. And you just want to push on that, and whoop, it just pops the mouth out. Which you can do that if you want, but honestly, this doesn't peg in all that securely, so you really can just take it and just poof, pop the mouth out like that if you want to. It's, you know, not that hard to take the mouthpieces out. So it's only up to you how you want to do that. See, you can see it just kind of falls out on its own. So it doesn't really peg into that securely that you really need the tool for this. But what you really need a tool for is to swap the eyes. Now how this works is, I'll show this on one of the other eyes here. How this works is this little fork here is just going to hook in right behind this section right here. So you're just going to hook that and pull it back, and that's how you swap out the eyes. So we'll swap out the eyes here on this guy, and you just get in there and just kind of give it a little bit of wiggle because he's there actually peg in here quite securely. So you just pop that out, and there you go. And now we'll put in the sideways looking eyes. So you just take that and you just hook that on, and then you just feed that up into the head and just pop that in there. Just give it a little push like that, and remove it, and there you go. You can't really tell, but there you go. He's kind of looking off to the side now. So you can look off to the side, and you can be angry about what he's seeing over there. Either that or he's really constipated and blah, 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 blah. That I messed up that joke because my tongue stopped working. Anyway, now you just plug the head back on. I was gonna say he's constipated and he's waiting for somebody to get out of the bathroom. That's the joke I was trying to make, and then my brain stopped working and my tongue stopped working and everything stopped working. Whatever. But there you go. You can have angry looking off to the side bat flick if you wish. And as usual, swapping the hands out is very easy. They just pop right off. These hands are actually very easy to swap. And you just pop the new hand on, and there you go. Now we can brand somebody with his justice. There you go. So just for a comparison, here he is with the Man of Steel, Hot Toy Superman. You can see how they look together, and Bats is actually a little bit, tad bit shorter, which I believe is inaccurate, because I believe Ben Affleck is actually taller, but oh well, there you have that. And here he is with the armored Batman. And you can see he's a little shorter there, as he should be, because with these big stomping boots, I should give him a couple inches, but you can see he's still just a little bit shorter than his armored self. And there you go. Now, yeah, I think I covered everything, I believe. I think so. So there you go. There you have Hot Toys Batman v Superman Batman. And yeah, very cool figure. Me personally, you know, my personal opinion, I thought Ben Affleck was a really good Batman, and I am looking forward to seeing him in this role more in the future. I think he was a good Batman. My personal opinion, if you agree, cool. If not, cool. But anyway, whether you love the movie, whether you hate the movie, This is a really cool figure, and I'm definitely happy to have it. So there you go. So if you would like a Batman or any other Batman v Superman figures or any other Hot Toys figures, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so check that out. You can also check out my Hot Toys and Batman v Superman playlists for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Hot Toys Batman v Superman Batman. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Big Geek, Bear Proud, palm in your face. Another beautiful night in the city. Hey, Clark. I got a question for you. If you are going to ask me if I bleed again, I'm going to melt your face off. No. It's a totally serious question. Really? Yes, really. Okay, what is it? Do you bleed? Oh, come on, man. Learn how to take a joke.